Alright guys, I hope you're doing fine as always. Today I'm making another video about this 4-hour Cardano trade or ADA trade that I took. I did record my chart live when I was looking for this setup, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so now for the actual TA part of the video, I'm on the ADA or Cardano chart on the 1-hour time frame. What can we see here? We had this good rally up. We have this type of retracement. We're sitting around the 200 TMA. We have this red vector candle with a long wick at potential low, which can be considered a stopping volume candle. We also have this unrecovered vector candle right here at some type of previous support. So we had a run up, small retrace, bumped from there. We also had this previous resistance here. In brackets, it's not much of a resistance, but okay. You can just tell in general this is some type of support level potentially. Similar as here. This is also some type of support level. Here as well. Also potential support. But we're now sitting in this area, seeing it some type of potential support. We have an unrecovered vector candle right here, so we start by drawing this out. We gotta keep in mind, we also have unrecovered vectors sitting right here. So with the later setup, if we get stopped out, another potential entry might be around this zone right here. But that's worries for later. We're now looking at this zone right here, unrecovered vector candle. I'm looking for a long setup, as this is more of a longer trade setup, not a quick scalp. So in general speaking, if you're looking for a bit of a longer trade, it's good for in a bullish market to look for long setups, in a bearish market look for short setups, as they have the most chance to succeed, I would say. If you're scalping quickly on low time frames, quick scalps, it doesn't matter if you go long or short in bullish or bearish market, you can profit from both sides, but if it's a longer trade, try and stick to the trend, I would say. So I'm looking for a long setup. I want my stop loss below the vector candle recovery right here and below the new formed liquidity, you could say. We are looking for a TP around this unrecovered vector candle right here. This is quite a strong one. It's also the one that broke the EMA, so interesting zone for us. We want the TP around there. We go to the lower time frame, so on the 15-minute time frame, you can see we're also sitting at the 800 TMA ish here, so also good, an extra confluence, let's say, so an extra piece of information to have. But we go to the 5-minute time frame, putting our entry there, but we will fine tune the entry. We're looking for our TP. We can see there's also unrecovered vectors on the lower time frame there, so it's quite good. Stop loss can be closer below the unrecovered vector candle of the 1-hour time frame. And what's important here, it's also this new formed liquidity right here. So we want our stop loss to be below that as well, because there's always a chance they want to take out this low again. So sweep the liquidity, go from there. So we want enough wiggle room in our stop loss. So now we look for the potential entry, as we do have our TP and stop loss ready. We want to see what our optimal entry would be. And in this case, that's the unrecovered vector candle right here. The reason why I want my entry to be at a full recovery of this vector candle is we have this big move down also on the higher time frames, and we see some type of reaction here. So what do we want to see? It's really a break from there to move up, but we don't want to see unrecovered vectors left behind, or at least definitely not in the start of our break. So we want them to take the vector again and move up so that they don't have a reason to come back into it and can just go up from there. So we do put our entry on the full recovery. Keep in mind it can go lower, it can take out this low, it can take out this low. That's why our stop loss is quite a bit lower, so we do have that wiggle room right here. So entry on full recovery. And that's pretty much everything that's to this ADA trade. So without further ado, let's go straight to the outro of the video where we look at it straight in hindsight. Alright, so now what can we tell about this trade in hindsight? So first of all, the screenshot of the trade. So my entry at 89.36, 89.36, TP at 1.0255, 1.0255. So we can see we did bounce pretty much perfectly off this vector zone right here. This red vector can be considered a stopping volume. It's not the cleanest, but okay, it's still a long wick with a short vector body. And we did see a reaction from there. We do see that 200 TMA did hold, so it acted as some type of support. RTP got hit pretty much cleanly, had a small reaction from there, but bounced off it and went higher. You could say you could target this liquidity right here, here whatever is left of this vector, or even the local highs, which is fair. We did choose to target this vector candle recovery as this was a strong vector. It did break the EMAs. It was the EMA cross as well. You gotta take profit somewhere. You can't always aim for the tops. No one can predict the tops, so be happy with your take profit and whatever happens after it. So be it. It's still a 4-hour trade, so can't complain. Same for the stop loss. In hindsight, we could have put it a lot closer, but who knew? We do have it right here with a valid reason, below the liquidity, below the recovery, so stick to it. So it's also very possible your trade goes into your stop loss, but that's why we have it. So it's just wiggle room. It doesn't matter if your trade goes in the red first to then go to full profit. That's calculated in, so don't worry if you see red in your trading. If we look at our entry, we could see we pretty much sniped this entry, so it hit perfectly and bounced off there. So they did recover this vector candle and didn't look back, they went up straight, so very, very clean entry. They did leave behind the vector candle here, which is a pity. If you missed this, a new entry would have probably be right here, but that wouldn't have gotten hit, so that's also trading. Sometimes you gotta be lucky. If we look on the daily time frame, this might be a fib level as well, so local low to local high. We can see we pretty much went to the 618 on the daily as well, so that also some type of extra information that we didn't see, but you could see some things do fall together nicely. So different strategies can lead to similar trading setups. So keep that in mind. There is no right or wrong in trading. Everyone has their own strategy, and many strategies might look similar or might look very different, but they can lead to the same setups if there's more or less the same confluences. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that there is to this trade. If there are any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section or on the Discord server, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and see ya. Bye bye.